Hi, today I'm going to tie for you this small variation of the F-fly. Some time ago I was fishing in a river here near where I live, and I had constantly racing grayling to my fly, and but they kept coming up and turning back down at the last moment, and I couldn't find out what was I doing wrong. And I had this pattern in my box that has a small little variation. I made the body in fuzz and tail feathers. Actually, that gives a little texture and a bit of a thickness in the body. I don't know if that had to do with the success of this fly or not, but when I changed the pattern for the exact same size, the grayling just kept biting with no hesitation. So actually I'm gonna tie this one for today. It's my own variation of the F-fly. Hook is a Hanak competition hook 404 barbless. A very nice hook, hooks easy, small, very thin wire. For the thread, standard uni thread 80. I start on the eye and I go back. For the body, black fuzz and tail. Try to get yourself long fibers so that you have plenty to work and you don't have problem with not getting enough. Just 90 degrees, pick up 2 or 3 fibers, not more. It's a small fly, size 18. The tip of this fly, you have to tie them in through the tip. The tips are very thin, so I always cut a little bit to avoid breaking down, which still can happen. Now build up a body. So you see that the body is building up with a very nice texture, sort of hairy thickness. Just tweak them off. The length of the body, as you see, goes, let's say, halfway where should be the barb and the tip. CDC for the wing. Try to get those good CDC feathers who have a lot of these small fibers, because that's what keeps them floating. I will place my feather the way up. Just tie the feather in anywhere near the root. That's no problem why you tie it in, because you just make 2 turns quite loose, and then you can just play back and forth to settle down the position. I think that will do for mine. Once you have it, you can tie it down strongly. What I do also is I tie down my feather on the back 2 turns to secure it, but also to give it a little bit of volume, so that the feather moves a little bit up. And cut off the rest. Some people like to cut it off before. Actually, it doesn't mind. And then you just tie off your head. Now the length of the wing is something that, according to the original recipe, you should cut it off straight at the end of the hook length. But in fact, I like to cut them off a little bit longer. Just that's my experience, works better for me. If you observe natural insects, this is supposed to be the imitation of a small little black sedge. And if you actually observe them, the wings, they go almost double as long as the body in the natural insect. So actually, that is the fly. That's all what is to do. Extremely good, extremely effective fly. Just be aware to have a good half dozen with you, because when you are in water and you catch a fish with it, you will have to dry it and take that slime out of your CDC, and actually that can make it go very wet, and you have to hang it in your jacket for a while to let it dry. Meanwhile, you can switch flies, and otherwise get a good shaker or a good amadou, and you can go on fishing. Thanks for watching, and see you maybe the next pattern.